I'm Caleb.
I'm Haley.
And I'm having coffee with my ex.
It's been a long time since we sat down in this chair.
Well, not so much for them. Oh my gosh, this coffee's awful today.
Oh no.
I don't know what's been happening, but with our Breville, it's been like sour.
Well, Cameron just cleaned it. Maybe there's some like leftover residue of the cleaner.
In my coffee?
Love toxins.
It might also be like a light roast. Because I think we bought a light roast pack. And I also hate light roast, so that might be it. But this is gross.
I feel like it shouldn't be gross. I love light roast. I love it so much. Oh, relax. Literally relax.
It's so bad.
So this past week was Caleb's birthday, and he went to Palm Springs. And tell us about your vacay.
It was great. We stayed at the Kimpton, which is my favorite place.
I've never stayed there.
Oh yeah.
I've only stayed in houses.
I mean, it's when you're with people, it's much better to just get a house.
But if you're just with your person, then yeah.
Cameron really wanted to get a house this time, and I was like, that's a lot for me. Just with two people, because I want someone to come in and do my laundry. I want them to clean the room,
especially for
a
weekend stay.
Yeah, I don't want to be just stuck in the house, because then I would just watch TV the whole time if it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we went to Palm Springs, stayed at the Kimpton. We got a really nice room, I guess I should say it was really expensive. It was like $1,000 a night.
Oh my god, did you get it for free?
No, no, full price, and that's we usually pay $400 a night or something. So this was balling out for my birthday, and I liked the other room better. That was much cheaper.
What?
This had glass all around, which is
really cool. I didn't know rooms in Palm Springs can go for that much.
Their nicest one is $3,000. No.
What?
No. $1,800.
I get it's Palm Springs, but it's not like Fiji.
It was. it was a really small room too.
You got ripped off.
And it was a king bed suite, and it was a queen bed. They put a queen bed in there. The TV, the bed was here. The TV was on the side of the wall.
This is white people shit.
It's just for that. Oh no. For that much money, it was a lot. But I still love the experience. We stayed at the pool, the high top. If you don't know, Palm Springs has no tall buildings.
Yeah.
And so this is the only building that was allowed to be built.
Is that the one, the rooftop that I've been to? Is that the Kimpton rooftop?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
we talk about Palm Springs all the time.
We do. It's in the center of downtown, and it's got this gorgeous rooftop. And so we just stayed at the pool all day, drank Aperol Spritz, went to our favorite place, our favorite restaurants, the Tropical. It was packed. The whole city was packed.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone's masked up. It's really safe, but
it's still a lot. I mean, I feel I've been seeing on the news how much people are traveling right now. They just shut Miami down.
Over it. Yeah. And all every time you pass someone, you'd heard them be I'm got to get the vaccine next week. I'm about to be vaccinated.
We're all dying to get vaccinated.
The vaccine. Meanwhile, everyone from home is texting me please don't get the vaccine. My friend's mom killed over for no reason from it.
The mark of the beast.
The exact. Oh my God. You know what? I actually have not heard that from my very religious family.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because it's not reasonable.
I feel the mark of the beast would. What else?
People are saying that though.
They are.
Oh yeah.
What?
Are you kidding me? That's the perfect scenario in which to say that.
Okay, but and correct me if I'm wrong, religious listeners, I was taught that the mark of the beast was something that when the world is ending, you have the choice to either get the mark or not get the mark. But if you get the mark, you're going straight to hell. But if you don't get the mark, but if you do get the mark, you are also allowed to access grocery stores, food, supplies. But if you don't get it, you still have a chance to get into heaven, but you can't have access to anything.
This is above my head.
And now I'm thinking we would have to know. They'd have to be Pfizer / Mark of the Beast. They can't just give it to you. Be that was the mark.
Oh, that mark of the beast we were talking about? That was that.
Damn it. See, that gives me so much anxiety, because I'm what if that was it? But people also said that about credit cards.
Oh my God, they've said it about so many things.
But I think the true mark of the beast is your social security number.
I think it's your Instagram.
Oh, God. That is a mark I do not want Jesus to see.
It's the blue check mark.
Oh, no. It gives me access to the world.
Yeah, it does.
But not
heaven.
To the Lord.
All right.
Moving on.
Is that it? Is that all we have to say?
Well, now, because that kind of brought me in. Now I'm in a spiral. I'm trying to just like go through
Taylor
scripture.
has his nails painted.
I do have my nails painted black.
And I love it.
Thank you.
It's I feel like I love the nails being painted. I don't know if black, I mean, obviously do you if that's how you're feeling today, but I assumed you would do like an aqua.
Oh, see, I just feel like, I don't know, black felt more masculine. And I wasn't trying to be like, I don't know, I just want it to be like subtle. I was feeling edgy.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, you look edgy today.
Yeah.
I told him I was watching him turn into like his final form. Like he's growing up right before my eyes.
Yeah, a growing boy.
The growing boy.
No, I was really excited about it. I walked into the nail salon and we had an appointment. And so we walked in at like 3 p.m. There's this other lady who walked in 5 minutes before. And so we walked in and the manager was like, excuse me, like, miss, like, you can't just walk in, like, you have to have an appointment. She sits down at the place we're supposed to be getting our manicure, and she takes her mask off when everyone has to have their mask on, and she said, I'm getting my nails done. They'll have to come back later. And meanwhile, her lips are as big as Miss Piggy. Like, she looks... she's filled to the gods.
She said that about you guys?
Yeah.
They'll have to do later?
Yeah, she told the lady who came in was like, no, these guys have to come in later. And the manager's like, they have an appointment. She's like, I'm getting my nails done. And then she, like the girl who was giving her a manicure was like, can you tell the manager to shut her mouth?
Oh my God, I would have cried.
And I was just like, I'll wait. Like, if you want Cruella to get her nails done, like, that's fine. But it was just like the audacity. And it was just frustrating. It was a lot of entitlement. But I mean, otherwise, that was a great experience. I think I'm going to start doing having a mani and pedi regularly.
Yeah, we should go.
Is relaxing.
It's everything.
But it's like a 2-hour event.
No. That's why like I've had to stop like going. I don't get my nails done.
It's not like a Tuesday.
But I've done that before and I've regretted it. Like sometimes, like the last time I got my nails done, I'm not kidding, 3.5 hours there getting my nails done. And I'm just like, it's just really hard to spend that time. That's why I'm not doing my lashes anymore. It's just really hard to sit still.
See,
for
I
3 hours.
could just go. I'm on my phone and it feels so good. Although they do, and whenever I get a manicure or pedicure, I'm like, I want the deluxe ultra mega package.
Me too.
Me too. That you scrub my legs. Yeah. I want you to put wax on my feet. So when they do the pedicure, they have like the cheese grater that they use for your feet.
Tickle.
I almost kicked her in the fucking face. I lost my mind. It tickles so bad. And the thing that annoys me is because my mom, when she gets manicures,
I've seen it.
She is dramatic. She acts like a kid. She's like, tickles. But I was doing that, but I was holding it all in. It was like a sneeze.
Yeah.
And
so, you had to twitch a little bit.
It was still happening, but just like silently. And so I was just like twitching. I'm like, it was miserable. I literally, like, Cameron was sitting over there and I was like tapping him and trying to like just distract myself. I would rather have gotten lip filler.
Oh my God, relax.
I was trying. What else exciting? You know what's so weird too? On the way back, I could feel like Cameron is a different human being in Palm Springs.
You can feel him kind of like coming like back to who he is.
He is nicer, kinder, gentler, more optimistic about life, more affectionate, and it's confusing.
Like, and on the drive home, it like slowly fades
away. But I'm not kidding. Like a couple miles in, I was like, wait, I'm feeling something, and then like 10 miles in, I was like, Cameron, it's happening. Like, can we get a grip on it? And by the time we were home, it was over.
Oh my God.
It was over. But then he's coming back. Something else we did, and I won't take up too much of your time on your podcast.
On my podcast?
I just am really dominating this for no reason, and I hate this coffee. We started 2 days ago playing Pokemon Go again. Mm-hmm. We can't stop. Like, we downloaded it for no reason, and then it is the most addicting app. The minute you catch a Pokemon, there's something else to do, another blue thing to spin.
Remember the summer of 2016?
I do. And you know that now, any Pokemon that you caught within the first 2 months of the game releasing in 2016 are automatically like super lucky, like mega Pokemon. And so like the few that we caught, automatic, you get like all these more points. So
is it a popular game still?
Yes. And well, as soon as I put it in my story, Dan was like friend code. Kyle and Leroy were like friend code. Anna, Glitter and Lasers, friend code.
Huh.
And they're all like much higher level than I. because apparently
Say more followers.
here's what confuses me. Kyle and Leroy are probably the busiest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And I believe I saw that Kyle has
That's what I don't get. Like, who is having this time to play Pokemon Go?
Is that he's caught over like 25,000 Pokemon.
I want to know when I picture. Okay, so now when I picture Kyle, I just picture him like in his free time when he's not dancing. I picture him on Clubhouse.
How does he have time? He's clubhousing, Pokemon going, and choreographing for Blackpink at the same time.
Oh my god, he'll never see that. That's so funny.
I don't get it. But Allison re-downloaded it, but she's kind of overwhelmed. But it's just kind of another thing that the three of us are gonna have.
No, she texted me.
Oh.
And she said, "Help! They came back home and they're only talking in Pokemon Go language."
Yes.
And I said, "LOL, why are they so annoying?" I said, "They're actually just a couple of toddlers running around parroting whatever newest words they just learned. If it's not RuPaul, it's Pokemon Go. Then tomorrow it'll be something else."
That's mean.
I couldn't wait to tell you. I thought it was so funny because it's true. It's true. You got to face the facts.
That is so rude. First of all, RuPaul is my culture. Second of all, I was a Pokemoner before Go was even a thing.
Okay.
And I've been playing Shield. I'm about to complete my deck since you want to bring it up. I'm
Don't
at
wanna
like
bring it up.
317
You brought it up.
out of 400. So
You brought it up.
Let's not even bring it up if we don't want to talk about it.
Oh my god, what is the topic?
This is still us catching up.
I feel like I haven't talked to you in
You haven't.
weeks.
What have you done?
I've just been doing me. Oh, Allison and I went to Koreatown.
She told me you had a great day.
And we had a marvelous time. We went to try the Korean hot dog, like the Korean like corn dog, I guess. I don't really know like if it's a hot dog or a corn dog, but it's like it is I think made a corn flour. Mm-hmm. But and so we got some of those and it was delicious. Just like think of like an extra large mozzarella stick. So that was really good. And then but we were at this Korean mall. And it was so cute, and there was all kinds of good like food. And so we went there expecting to just get like a corn dog and leave. Mm-hmm. And we were like, no, we're not done yet. And so then, so we took a few bites of that, and we're like, okay, on to the next. We went to this bakery, and we were like, we got a coffee and a few like macaroons. And this bakery is like it's based in Korea. But it was a very like normal bakery with a few like fun like Korean things in there. But we just got a few macaroons and they were delicious and we had our coffee and then we're like, that was great. On to the next. And then we went to this ice cream shop that had the ube flavor.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Ube, whatever that is.
I don't know. I see Cassie talk about it all the time. It's like that purple. I didn't even know what the flavor actually was, but I was just dying to try it. And we got the ube mixed with Oreo, and it was delightful.
Wow.
Apparently, the flavor is just sweet. It's like ube is a yam.
Yam, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
tasted
it a purple sweet
it.
Potato?
Yeah. But I tasted it not knowing what it was, and I was like, it just tastes like vanilla, and it does taste like vanilla. It tastes really, really good. It tastes better than vanilla, but it's like vanilla elevated, and it was delicious. And then from there we went that was the end of our food tour, and then we went to they had like a music store just full of like K-pop stuff, and it was really interesting, like the way that like the whole like top shelf of the place were just full of each individual's group. Like each group has like their own set of things, so like but like every group has it. So, like, they all have these like, light wands that you, like, they can take to the concerts. Or if they do, like, an online concert, it connects to the light wand.
That is
and they each
so
have,
cool.
like, their own particular one. And I'm not kidding. There's probably 100. And, like, each one has their own of that. And then each one has their own of this. And each one has their own of that. Like, it was just, like, interesting to see how, like, 100 different K-pop groups kind of funnel all through the same, like, merchandise. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was really interesting. And then we went to the beauty store. And the mall, which Korean is obviously like known, or Korea is known for like their beauty stuff or whatever. And the store was lit. And that is it. I had a great day.
Speaking of, Allison told me yesterday, she said, so Haley told me to get this moisturizer, and I was really excited about it. And then I got to the counter, and she's like, it was $49.
Oh, I know.
And she said, I almost put it back. Like she
said,
she was like sweating.
She told me that, and I was like, you know what? You're welcome. Honestly, you're welcome. Someone needed to push you.
She was devastated. Like, she's not gonna eat the rest of the week. Like, she's gonna figure out how to make that back.
Are you literally kidding me? She's insane.
Devastated.
Because you're talking about how she's using like not even like a Neutrogena, which nothing's wrong with Neutrogena. She's using a knockoff Neutrogena.
She's using a Meyer
moisturizer.
brand Neutrogena moisturizer.
And we're just like, okay, Allison, it's just like, elevate, just try.
She, in her mind, is 1 week away from Skid Row.
I know, she really does feel that way. She's crazy. She is crazy.
I just realized that I'm ugly, so I need to change this angle.
Okay, so today we asked everyone on our Instagram, which if you aren't following us on Instagram, please do so. Get us to 10K. We're so close. It's at Coffee with My Ex. Please follow us. And we asked you guys. This is kind of like a part 2 of our advice. What did we call it? No, what was it called? Did we make a name yet?
Ask us.
Super creative.
Ask us questions. It's the ASQ. Wait,
can't.
AS.
We're really stupid. We asked you guys to send in some questions, like advice that you wanted us. What?
Not a bad Pokestop.
Stop. We're shooting a podcast.
There is literally but there's okay.
Throw your phone away. You're psycho. We asked you guys if you wanted our advice on anything. We asked you guys. So.
Oh, well, I guess I can't look at the questions.
Get your phone.
I'm already mic'd in.
I hate being in control of every single question asked. You're locked in. All right. So the first question we have is someone wanting to know, Roxy H94. She said, getting our first house/apartment together. Advice on that. Which, congrats.
That's amazing.
On,
who's getting their first house/apartment together?
Roxy H94. What?
Like her, like who?
Her, I'm guessing her and her significant other. What would be your advice on getting your first apartment with your person?
I think be ready to compromise, and it's I think a big exploratory period. I think that you'll figure out really fast if you're meant to be with someone or not based on how you live together.
Yeah.
And so it's, I think, just a really important step to take. And I think if you're nervous or scared, I think there will be bumps and there will be ways that your lives don't really align and match up together. But I think that if you're both willing to just learn and figure out how to enmesh your lives, I think it'll really work out. Yeah,
I think just being prepared to have kind of the growing pains, you're gonna fight about things that you probably haven't before.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be annoyed about things that you haven't necessarily before, and it's gonna be it's a different, going on dates and hanging out at your boyfriend girlfriend's house it's very different because whenever you're living together, you have to kind of set the boundary of this is our us time, we're hanging out right now. Mm-hmm. And then there's the time where you're around doing stuff and you're really just coexisting. So, and it's weird because you're just so used to that hanging out. Mm-hmm. And so it can when you first move in together, you want it to be fun, every day is a hangout day, and then you quickly realize that's not sustainable.
That's not it, yeah.
And I think it's just patience and giving the time and the grace for the growing pains, because it sounds fun in theory, and it will be eventually. You'll get to that point, and it is fun, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. But it's also hard.
Yeah
but that's fine, that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
How to tell my mom I'm moving to California without breaking her heart.
Tell her.
Yeah. I feel like we can empathize.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I mean, whenever you told your mom you're moving to California, what did she say?
Well, it's a different dynamic. I think everyone has different relationships. So if this person's really like close with their mom, like my mom and I mean, I went to college. I never came back. So
Yeah.
she was used to that.
Same. When I told my mom I was moving to California, and she was like, yeah, like, good, go, see you later.
It depends also on the dynamic. Like, is it distance that's the issue? Is it the idea of California, or like?
It's probably, yeah, it could be it. We need more context.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But I can understand, like, that could be hard, especially just obviously if she's like, she doesn't want to break her heart. I'm sure they're like close, and I'm sure like obviously any mom who cares about their child would worry about their kid moving so far away, moving to California, which like obviously gets a bad rep in a lot of ways. And I can understand that being scary, but at the same time, I think just letting her know that you are an adult, you're your own person, and like you just like need to go explore or whatever. I think that in time she'll understand.
Yeah. I mean, it's your mom, and if you guys have a good relationship and you truly love each other, then she'll be so happy for you. And yes, it'll be hard, and she might be sad, of course, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go or you shouldn't follow your dreams, because then kind of staying where you are gives you that immediate gratification of like family happiness, but then that kind of overarching, did I fulfill my purpose in life? Is this really what I was supposed to do? That will never kind of leave you. And I think that would be more detrimental than just like a temporary, oh, I'm really sad that I'm away from home.
Yeah.
How to deal with long distance friendships. I think this is interesting.
It is interesting.
Me personally, I feel like it's been really difficult for me. And I think that the friends that I'm meant to be friends with, I kind of always will, but understanding that as you evolve and grow in life, your relationship dynamics will change. And I was just talking to Cameron about this the other day. I was like, some of my closest friends that I thought I was going to be friends with forever, I barely talk to. And it's weird because I consider them really good friends, and I know I could call them whenever, but they're not a part of my daily life. I don't talk to them regularly, and it's weird how...
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What?
Speaking of friends far away, Margot started a new job today. And she texts me every time something new happens to me. She's like, have a good first doing this. All right, sorry. I felt so bad just now.
Well, now she literally just we were like literally I just sent her something and I had no idea. I was like, oh, well, sorry. Yeah, no, it's weird. I was just talking to Karen about that, and it's not bad, and I don't think that you should pressure yourself also to devote too much time to old relationships. Like, obviously, if you want to, like, I think it's super important to keep in touch, and I feel like you're really close with your friend group back home.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I've made kind of more connections here now, and it's weird that my go-to friend groups are newer, aside from like you and Allison, and so it's weird because I feel guilty about it. I'm like, I feel like my old friends should be here. I should be calling them more, but like, people are in your life for seasons, and they play big roles, and then maybe they play supporting roles, and it's okay if that shifts.
Yeah, I think 100%. Like, I think that as people, I mean, even with my own friend group, they're like, everyone's like getting married, everyone's like having kids, like my friend group back home, and that's just how life works. Like, because of that, they have their own families, their own priorities, and so like one day, like, I know that we're not going to be as close, and I think, but that doesn't mean like I love them any less or feel any less love from them. I just think that that's just like a part of life, and like then like your best friends become like your family that you have, and so like, I don't know, I think that's completely normal. I think that I obviously I spend a lot more of my energy like maintaining those friendships back home, but I don't know, I feel like they've just been my people forever.
Was it weird? That was an interesting point you brought up. Going back home, and Sarah's the first friend of yours that had a child. Yeah. Was that dynamic any different?
No, it wasn't different. I think that the focus, like what we talk about, is so different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's with any of like your friends whenever you grow up.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about like her baby. You know what I mean? Like that's all I want to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's just that's what everyone's talking about. And I enjoy it. I think that it makes life more fun. Like you can't talk about the same things forever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we can't always talk about getting drunk at your college bar for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like I like the fact that like even though Sarah and I in particular, we've been best friends for so long, like I consider her my family, and I feel like we've grown like up so much, and I don't know. It's just like it's interesting to just create new memories, to create new like milestones together, and still like be close and have those like life stones. Life stones?
Life stones.
What are they? What's it called? Milestones.
We should sell those. Oh my gosh.
What?
I've got 2.
All right, same.
Oh, I've got 3.
All right.
This is turning into a different podcast.
Oh God.
How to cope with emotional blackmail from your parents/family. I was just talking to my therapist about this, and it's interesting because I think that so often, and I would say most often even, when your family is what you would say emotionally blackmailing you, it's out of a place of love, and it's love and fear. And that's how I think a lot of our families were raised, is you get the people you love to do what you want by scaring them into doing it. And so that's
how they were.
That's
raised.
how they were raised, and that's all they know. And if you think about it, back in the day, especially like during Great Depression times, when before like the internet and everything like that, it was still much more primal and about survival. And it wasn't about how can you be your happiest. It's what can you do.
It was about, there was no fulfillment.
No, it was about how can I survive? How can my kids survive? And also, if a religious aspect is in it, how can I get to heaven doing all of those things? And so we just look at the world very differently. And so the emotional blackmail, I think it's good that you recognize it, because little things like little messages that just are little backhanded things like, oh, I remember when you used to be so sweet and innocent, or it really hurts my feelings when you use these words, or I know that you could be so much better if you just didn't say this or do this, or it's just little things that it's like, I love you so much but this disappoints me, or I love you so much, but you could be even better if you did this. And those kind of things are their way of getting you to try to be what they deem is your best self. But that might not be your best self, and that's okay. But I think setting that boundary and not letting that fester and control you, because I think that's something I've struggled with, is letting those comments bless you. Bless you. Oh my God, I thought you were going to do it again. I feel like I personally take on a lot of energy, and whatever, if one person is like, are you okay? I'll immediately be like, am I okay?
Yeah.
What's going on? And so I think it's really easy, especially from people you love, to take on all of that emotional blackmail, but it's not valid. You're your own person, and it really is, at the end of the day, abusive on their part, but I don't think they're trying to be abusive, but it is very emotionally abusive to have people love you, try to manipulate you and control you with their own beliefs and values. If they love you, they should let you be, and they can give you your opinion if you're like actually on the brink of death or harming yourself or others. But other than that, they shouldn't really be giving you like those kind of opinions that are more based on their own beliefs.
Yeah. Amen.
Pick question?
No, you have 3. Just go.
Oh. Is therapy worth the cost?
Depends. It literally depends.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You can have a bad therapist, and it can be totally not worth it. I mean, therapy's like dating, and I have really bad commitment issues where it's like I feel like I have to latch on to everybody until like they force me to leave. With therapists, I don't want to disappoint them.
I feel the same.
And it was like my first therapist had to break up with me. She had to quit her job.
Was she like, this isn't working?
No, she just moved practices.
Oh.
But I was thinking like, I'm not getting anything out of this anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you know. And it was just, The girl I found was through my insurance, and so it was like $45, and so that was very worth it to me to go every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But still, like $45 every 2 weeks, that's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But
plus, like, what you're paying for your insurance.
yes, but the problem with therapy nationwide really is that therapists aren't incentivized to use insurance. So the ones who are like more, I don't want to say qualified, but like more trained, more experienced, will almost always be out of network.
Yeah.
Because they're like, wait, I'm a bomb ass therapist. Why would I get paid dirt when I could just have my own practice?
Yeah. There's no incentive.
And so it's not fair, because then people who need access really bad to mental health services have to basically pick from a small list. But it's, you can still
and also because of that, the network is significantly smaller.
So with no matter, even though you still get to pick from people and the list is already whittled down from the people who have their own practice, it's like, oh, but only this select group of people in our little network.
Yeah. Who are usually like not taking on new clients.
Yes. That to say, I don't want to scare you away. I think that you can still find amazing people who want to help. I just think that you have to be more cautious when you're going through your insurance, because you can easily find someone like I'm on my third therapist, and my first two were like, my first one was nice, but I could tell like it just really wasn't for me. My second one was too nice and was just like, you should take some magnesium.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, this is not really my journey, but I appreciate it. But it took me getting my third one, who was like gay, grew up Catholic, has children, to really feel like I vibed with. And he was out of network. And so I pay a nice out of network fee for every session. Yeah. And I don't think what I pay for therapy is in any way realistic for the average human.
No. No.
I realized that if I didn't do that, like, I would spiral. And it's almost going on a year anniversary, because I think it was about like in May of last year, I was like, I am mentally falling apart. So I'm very glad I got into it. But long story short, yes, it's worth it. But please, 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 if you're going through your insurance, or even not, even if you're well off and you can pick whoever you want, it's still like dating. If it's not working for you, don't make it work, or don't try to make it work. They need to be challenging you, and you need to be uncomfortable, and they need to like call you out, and you need to be able to just like spill your shit. Like, I've had all these awful thoughts. These are like my darkest things I'm thinking.
What I need is I need a therapist before therapy. I need a therapist to learn how to talk to a therapist.
Well, they should be able to bring it out of you.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like I'm just so deflective that I'm like, what am I even doing?
Well, I mean, I guess if people don't know you, but also people who study psychology should be able to like...
Yeah. Anyway, I need a new therapist.
But it's not easy, and it's daunting, and anything with health insurance, finding a doctor of any kind, it feels like you ran a marathon.
Oh my God. They make you work for it, even though I'm already paying $400 for my insurance.
And then you work for it, and you get there, and you're like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I might as well. It's gonna take me months to even try again.
When I was first looking for the first therapist, I had to make, you guys know I hate calling people. I had to make so many phone calls with so many different people. I had to take so many like assessments in order to even be qualified to go to therapy. And I was like, I can tell you right now, I'm more than qualified. And they make me take all these different questionnaires on the phone with some random person, telling them my deepest, darkest thoughts.
No.
And I had to do that multiple times.
That's not standard. That shouldn't be standard. I mean,
awful.
like, you have to do assessments for sure.
It was traumatizing.
Oh my God.
I was like, why is this giving me trauma? Who is this person on the other line?
Here's the only thing I will say is, with every therapist, I have had to fill out a questionnaire. So maybe with them, it's just like, fill this out, one and done, and then we'll just match you with someone that makes sense.
Well, I mean, sure.
But like,
not what happened, but yeah.
That's not what happened?
I didn't get matched with anyone. They didn't match me at all.
They make you go through that, and then they don't even like...
No, they were just like letting me know that I was, okay, yeah, you can be in therapy. And then I contacted the one therapist in my network that I could find that said that she was taking on new clients. And she was like, hey, like, I'm not taking on any new clients. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it says that you were. And she was like, yeah, they haven't changed it. And she was like, I'll try to find you someone. She was really, really nice. And then she was like, I can't find you anyone. I'll take you on, but you're my last one. And then it ended up we didn't really match that well anyway. So I was like, okay, well then I'm really shit out of luck.
That's all. And then like half the time the people in that are listed are not even actually like still in your network. Like they've changed.
Yeah, it's like it's not updated.
There has to be a better system.
There's got to be a better system.
Canada. How do you get through a meeting or interview when you have social anxiety?
This is what I do. I dissociate from my body completely and I watch the meeting on a TV like above. So like I'm not there. And that's how I deal with it. And it's what works for me. I'll have a panic attack afterwards about the fact that I wasn't there. But while I'm there, like I'm on autopilot and I can like do it. And I don't really know how. And that's what's scary. And that's why I spiral. Because I wasn't there. Who was there? There's someone else in my body controlling me.
It's like Inside Out. I can like see your brain, the people in there like, just shut her down. Just shut her down.
Abort.
They're like manual override, just like trying to like move your arms for you as you're like.
I don't do well
with
meetings of any sort or like, I don't know, social interactions with people I don't know. Anything high intensity. When I was having my Ulta meeting and I literally had to just introduce myself. All I had to do was introduce myself and talk about myself, which is like my worst fear. And I was visibly shaking. I was visibly quivering. I hadn't left my body yet. But then I left and then I like was panicking for other reasons.
I wonder if that's a universal thing because like the introduce yourself and tell us a fun fact or tell us about yourself. There's nothing I would rather not do.
Actually, just thinking about it makes me anxious. I'm anxious right now.
I can feel my skin crawling off. Like in job settings, I think that first of all, what you should know is that what you're feeling is normal. I mean, obviously there's some people who are just like crazy and just can not care at all.
What
and just
is
be like,
that like?
This is my name. This is what I do.
Just so confident. I'm like, I think that they're smug because like they're just like,
how dare you not break down?
You?
I think giving yourself knowing that everyone probably is nervous or anxious. Mm-hmm. Everyone is kind of in their head about what they're saying or their answers. Because I think like that common thread of, okay, this is just the human experience. I'm not actually crazy or just stupid or unqualified to be here. Mm-hmm. And also giving yourself permission to know that the less fun you have in really any interaction, at least in my experiences, the worse you do. So it's almost better to just go in and like completely flub up everything you're saying or doing and just like have fun with it and show your personality instead of just like saying all the right things and feeling like a robot.
That's good advice from you. For me, if I did that, I would be thinking about the interaction until the day I died.
I mean,
I still replay interactions I've had that I could have like done better.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I think about that, like sometimes it's debilitating.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Actually, it's
so
funny.
I would rather just not say anything.
Just in the text thread, because like Remy and Alicia and you, when they asked us to like go to dinner, just recently, and Remy said something, and I made a really a dumb like dad joke, and then 2, there was a typo within the dad joke. And I'm not kidding you. That's all I thought about for
I don't
like
even
a
know
solid
what you're talking
12 hours.
about.
I thought all these people are doing is thinking about how dumb I am and how unfunny I am. Remy said, does anyone have any good allergies I should know about?
Food allergies.
Yeah, and I said, no, most of allergies aren't good.
I didn't even see that. But she made a typo.
Well, I mean, technically, but then I was trying to say, like, no, most allergies aren't good.
Because she meant to say food allergy,
right,
but she said good allergy.
Which isn't even funny on my part. But I said, no, most of allergies aren't good. It's just like, shut up. It's like, shut up. And that's all I was telling myself. I was like, you stupid. You're stupid.
I didn't even fucking see it. I was so worried about telling her that I hated fish because I know that if I didn't say that, she was going to make us all fish. And I was gonna have to not eat it. I didn't want to do that.
You know what I wrote this down, and I'll use this for advice, because I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and Andrew Garfield was on there, who I love, and he was talking about how he has anxiety, like performing, and he said, write it to hide it. Use your anxiety as your tailwind. And I think that's really, because when you're anxious, you have a lot of energy, you feel like you're going to spiral and you're going to like crawl out of your skin, but it's really like a lot of adrenaline. And so if you use that to just like be even more personable and out there and yourself and just excited, like turning your anxiety into excitement and enthusiasm.
That sounds like a skill
like,
that takes practice.
When we're about to do interviews or shows, I'm anxious, but then I start pacing and I start like talking a lot and getting really obnoxious and excited, but I just kind of use that to like,
that I think it just depends on the kind of anxiety that you have, because
Yeah.
when I get anxiety, I just shut down. So there is no energy. I'm off.
maybe it's so much energy that you just shut down. So what if you take the energy and just become your best self?
That is not how it works. If that's how it works, then no one would have anxiety. I'm questioning Andrew Garfield in this very moment.
And it's such good. I guess it's more for performing.
I get
I
it.
guess it's more for performers.
I am a performer.
Well, then write it to hide it.
I don't get performance anxiety.
Yeah, you don't. That's what's really weird. Okay. Oh.
I always say it first.
Okay.
What's your intention this week, Kebab? Oh, wait, no. Recommendations. What is your recommendation this week, Kebab?
I just had it.
No, you didn't. You're just you're
No,
lying.
I was literally just thinking about like how excited I was to recommend this. I'm so sad.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
So I recommend this week The Crown. I finally started watching it. It took me a couple months to get through the first episode because I thought it was so boring. And I think the first 5 to 6 episodes are really boring. But I was like, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to stick it out. And I did. And I'm midway through season 2 now. And mind you, this is the first time we watching a real show in a long time. So this is a big deal for me. And I'm fully having the best time. I love how it's historical. It's historically accurate, and they sometimes will put at the end of each episode they put up real pictures of this that happened, but it's crazy just to see it played out on screen and how dramatic and interesting it all is, and then to see the real people and these pictures doing the real thing that they're talking about, and you're like, no way, this can be real. And then it is, and I just think it's such an interesting show, and I love shows like these where it's historical yet played out in a series, the Mrs. America that I recommended a few weeks ago. It's that same kind of idea. I love it so much. I recommend The Crown.
We started it and it was 15 minutes in, and
I mean, I'm not kidding you, it took me months to finish the first episode.
it was
So boring.
so boring.
But now I'm don't want to turn it off.
Okay.
Did you?
I could cry.
Come on. Okay, think of something else.
You know what I am going to recommend? And this might have been my recommendation. Yeah, it was. Katy Perry's new album, Smile, is a good album. And I get it. She's not with Dr. Luke anymore. I get it. She's not on her teenage dream era. But stop it. Stop sleeping on her.
Let Cameron
Stop
influence
ignoring
you
her.
so hard.
It's just she right now is has a new child and she cannot pay her rent.
Caleb, you were literally just making fun of Cameron for this exact sentiment.
Okay, I kid. But this album deserves your attention. And I mean, it's got bops, it's got good melodies. It's Katy Perry.
Her lead single was "Smile" from the Target commercial.
That's a terrible song.
And Daisy's is a terrible song.
Daisy's a wonderful song.
What's the other one that she?
Think you're going nowhere, try to get me out. Turn sticks and stones, gonna tell me that I'm crazy. Daisies. She screams
screaming.
it.
She's screaming.
She screams it.
Daisies!
Daisies, daisies, destroyed her throat, and no one even listened to it.
Hate podcast.
I love her. No, she's literally giving you everything she has.
This is a side note, but when we were at that Korean music store, I was
Dua Lipa is going live now with Elton John. That's all.
When I was at the Korean K-pop store with Allison, and I was really mesmerized. I was like, this is really cool. And she was literally the whole time, she was like, you're making fun of me. And I was like, no, like I genuinely think it's cool. And she was like, I can't tell if you're serious or not.
It's the fool's gold effect.
They have no idea. Anyway, that's a good recommendation.
What's your intention for the week?
So I've been feeling, this was my intention for the last episode, I think, but I've been really, I've been more tired than usual. I've been more like fatigued. I don't really know what's going on. I need to get to bed earlier, and I need to like really make time to rest, because like I haven't really been feeling that hot. Not anxiety, not anything, just like actual, just I'm tired. So I think that I need to make more time to rest. So I just need to chill.
That's good.
I'm sleepy right now.
I think my intention is I was really proud of myself yesterday. I set the intention to wake up like around between like 7:30 and 8.
Yeah, I saw you work out this morning. I was really impressed. I was like, I'm tired.
I took the dogs out. I cleaned the house up a little bit. I
Did you start cocaine this morning?
I did a workout.
Why did you get up so early?
Because I just like, I'm gonna be working a lot this month.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm gonna be stressed, and I just want to get things done earlier in the day so I have time to like.
Getting stuff done in the morning is so nice.
Yeah. And so I would like to intend to keep my focus, like eyes on the prize, keep getting up early, getting stuff done. And
I'm like, I want to go to sleep. But you're like, I want to get
up. Going to bed earlier. I started the week off really well. And I think I have a berry scheduled for 7:45 a.m. tomorrow in West Hollywood.
Oh, that's going to be
ambitious.
Hard. That's like rush hour. Okay. You're to leave at like 7:15.
It's very ambitious of me.
All right, well.
I don't know if I can do it, but I did it this morning. But not that early.
Okay. Yeah, you should have thought about that.
Oh my God.
That seems intense.
Well, the problem is that I can't work out after, because I have to, if I work out before 6 p.m., it's like during work hours. And then it like, Cameron's mad because he's like, well, now I'm cooking dinner and cleaning the house and doing this, and you're over here like lifting weights, and I need to. It's just hard, and we also have 2 kids, so it's difficult to balance.
Your life is so hard.
And this girl just randomly moved in with us, and so we have her there. Coffee. Coffee with Is it coffee with my ex?
Deep.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it?